Hello, I'm Dr. Gabrielle and I want to speak with you about erotic power play. Today I'm back with Gina. Hello.
Hello again.
And you're wearing your Gigi shirt here. Can you explain what that means?
Yes, this is a funny shirt that I have made with my logo on it for Gina Grant. The shirts that we're wearing are a little bit of a joke. I like to make fun of some of the lesbian customs and traditions, one of which is being that lesbians often dress alike. So we were going to a leather conference last June in Atlanta, and I just decided to have these shirts made before we left so that, obviously I am Madame Gina Grant and this is property of Gigi. I do a lot of education in the community, BDSM classes, and I have a certain logo that I use when I'm teaching to put on my handouts and such. I'm just a gay boy trapped in a lesbian's body. I'm a big flaming queen.
You told me that you enjoy playing with archetypes. And let me give the audience a brief definition of archetypes in case they don't know what it is. On my website, you can see a whole chapter on archetypes there. But generally speaking, archetypes are full of energy items that are international and universal, such as the evil queen, the good mother, the good father, the old wise man. They can be positive or negative. They come out of the unconscious often. People have dreams about archetypes. We experience them all the time, more or less consciously. But some people enjoy playing with them in their power play. And Gina, you do. Can you tell me a little about that?
Definitely. When I'm playing with power, I definitely enact a queen archetype. Now, depending on my particular mood that day, it might be an evil queen, such as the one in Snow White, which is a favorite fetish of mine, or it could be a benevolent queen, just a very regal, royal type of queen. But I definitely enjoy bringing forth the monarchy, the complete entitlement to ruling, the respect that you get from the people that you rule. So in case the person that I'm playing with, a Mercedes, would be my subject or one of my loyal subjects, serving me, playing with me. And I like bringing forth these roles. They're definitely universal. They are not they're not based on gender necessarily. They cross many lines, and sometimes I can be a huntress and the person is my prey and I go after them in sort of a little more sadistic manner. It can be more mental and more of a mind game, not necessarily something that is physically sadistic. There can be a sort of a priestess role that I like to take on sometimes. And the person is either a novitiate under me, a novice, somebody learning from me, or perhaps a little more of a sacrifice, a little sacrificial lamb, that sort of play. And what I like to do when I play with power is not necessarily go into role play, which some people like to do, but just enact these ideals and these feelings that come up from different archetypes.
When you tap into archetypes, doesn't it feel as if you're tapping into something larger than life, larger than yourself?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It's something very universal. It's an energy that's very large, and it's not any specific character that you put on. It doesn't necessarily have to do with clothes you're wearing or vocabulary you're using, and it doesn't relate necessarily to something in your ordinary life or something you've seen in a movie, but it is a much larger type of universal energy.
And you can consciously tap into it. Sometimes it also touches you. You don't even know where it's coming from, but as a sane and intelligent person, you also know when to pull back out of it and go on.
Exactly. And that's where, training as a good ethical dominant comes into place, and negotiation with your partner ahead of time. You know what their limits are. You set up safe words when you play so that if somebody encounters something that's either a little too intense for them or brings up some emotions they didn't know that they would have, there's a way to stop, renegotiate. So you're not really going full force and out of control with any of these things. And a lot of times you may think you're going to play a certain way, And as you said, like an archetype will just come up and out of you. So you don't necessarily know which one you're going to enact at any given time. And the general rules of BDSM play then come into play, where you have things like safe words and negotiations to keep things safe.
That sounds very wonderful and enriching. Well, thank you very much, Gina. That will be it on Archetypes for today. Goodbye.